John and Sarah. To the outside world, they were the perfect couple. Married for 10 years, they lived in a charming suburban house with a white picket fence, 2 beautiful children, and a golden retriever named Buddy. John, a successful architect, adored Sarah. He thought she was the most amazing woman he had ever met, a dedicated mother, a loving wife, and his best friend. He believed their life was a fairy tale, a testament to true love. He often told his friends, "I'm the luckiest man alive." Little did he know, his perfect world was built on a foundation of lies, and a single phone call was about to bring it all crashing down. It was a Tuesday afternoon, just like any other. John was at his office, finalizing the blueprints for a new skyscraper. He was in the zone, his mind focused on angles and support beams. His phone buzzed on the desk. He glanced at the screen. It was an unknown number. Usually, he'd ignore it, but something compelled him to answer. "Hello?" he said, his voice professional. On the other end, there was a brief silence, then a man's hesitant voice. "Is this ... John Miller?" "Yes, it is. Who's this?" John asked, a slight annoyance creeping into his tone. "My name is Mark. I think we need to talk. It's about your wife, Sarah." John's heart skipped a beat. 100 worst-case scenarios flooded his mind. Had she been in an accident? Was she hurt? Is she okay? "What happened?" he asked, his voice trembling. "She's fine," Mark said quickly. "Physically, she's fine. It's not that..." The man paused again, and the silence stretched on, thick with unspoken words. "Look, there's no easy way to say this. I've been seeing Sarah for the past 6 months." The words hit John like a physical blow. He couldn't breathe. It felt as if the air had been sucked out of the room. "What? That's impossible. You're lying. Who is this? Is this some kind of sick joke?" He gripped the phone so tightly his knuckles turned white. The blueprints on his desk blurred into a meaningless jumble of lines. "I wish it were a joke," Mark continued, his voice laced with regret. "I can prove it. She told me you were on a business trip last week, but you weren't, were you? You were at your parents' anniversary dinner. She was with me, at the Oakwood Hotel." John's mind raced back to last week. Sarah had said she was having a girls' night out with her old college friends. She'd even sent him pictures of cocktails and laughing faces. He had believed her, without a single doubt. The Oakwood Hotel? It was a place they'd celebrated their own anniversary 2 years ago. The irony was a bitter pill to swallow. "Why are you telling me this?" John managed to choke out, his voice barely a whisper. The foundation of his world was crumbling, and he was standing right in the middle of the wreckage. "Because I can't do it anymore," Mark said. "She told me she was going to leave you, that your marriage was over. But every time I bring it up, she makes excuses. I realize today she's just playing us both. I found your number in her old phone. I'm sorry, man, you deserve to know the truth." The call ended, but John remained frozen, the phone still pressed to his ear. The silence in his office was deafening. The truth? What was the truth? His perfect marriage? His loving wife? Was it all a lie? Every "I love you," every shared laugh, every tender moment was now tainted with doubt. He looked out his office window at the city below, but he didn't see the bustling streets. He saw only the ruins of the life he thought he had. He packed his briefcase on autopilot, his hands moving but his mind a million miles away. He drove home, the familiar streets, looking alien and menacing. Each turn brought him closer to a confrontation he wasn't ready for. How could he face her? What would he say? The man who thought he was the luckiest in the world was about to face the woman who had shattered his heart. When he walked through the front door, Sarah was in the kitchen, humming as she prepared dinner. She turned and smiled at him, a bright, beautiful smile that now looked like a mask. "Hi, honey. You're home early," she said cheerfully. John looked at her, really looked at her, for the first time in a long time. He saw the woman he had loved for over a decade. But he also saw a stranger. The weight of Mark's words hung heavy in the air between them. He dropped his briefcase on the floor with a thud that echoed the sound of his breaking heart. "Sarah," he said, his voice flat and devoid of emotion. "We need to talk," her smile faltered. She saw the look in his eyes, the storm brewing behind his calm exterior. "John, what's wrong? You're scaring me. I got a call today," he began, the words feeling like shards of glass in his throat. "From a man named Mark." The color drained from Sarah's face. The kitchen utensils she was holding clattered into the sink. In that moment of shocked silence, John got his answer. The denial, the panicked look in her eyes, it was all the confirmation he needed. the fairy tale was over. The perfect marriage was a lie. And for John, the long, painful journey of picking up the pieces had just begun. He had lost his wife, but worse, he had lost the reality he had so happily lived in. The man at the other end of the phone hadn't just revealed an affair, he had revealed that John's entire life was an illusion. This story is a stark reminder that sometimes the people we think we know best are the ones hiding the deepest secrets. Betrayal can come from the most unexpected places, and the truth, no matter how painful, is always better than living a beautiful lie. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content that explores the complex realities of human relationships. We'll see you in the next video.